In this video, you are going to learn how you can retouch your image professionally in Photoshop using the Retouch Academy plugins. And also, you're going to learn how you can apply LUT to your image to have a perfect color grading afterwards. So without wasting much time, let's get to it. So the first thing to do is to duplicate the background layer by dragging it down to this icon. So after duplicating, just head on to your Retouch Academy panel and make sure you locate via Gaussian blur. I love using via Gaussian blur because it works really well for me. So I'm just going to click on it and it's going to prompt me to input the radius. So to know the right radius to use on this image, I'll just take this slide to 0.1, then take this box, sample any part of the face. So once I sample that, it's going to display right here. Then I'm going to take this radius till when I can't really see the texture on this image right on the screen here. So I think 4.7 is okay. I'll hit OK. So after doing that, it's going to do the final loading, and once it's done, look at it here. So the first high frequency texture layer right here is, if I'm picking off blemishes, I'll be using the high frequency texture layer. So if I'm brushing, which takes care of the colors, I'm using the low frequency layer. So to get started, I'll pick on my mixer brush, then I'll come right here, change it to a clean brush, and for the weight I set it at 30, the load at 25, mix at 30 and flow at 25. Once all of that is being checked, I'm good to start brushing my image. So I'm just going to take it here and I'm going to start brushing just like this. So note, while brushing your image, make sure you don't mix the highlights and the shadows. Just try smoothing the image, not mixing the highlights and the shadow, because if you mix it, you end up making your image look flattened. So I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to do it just like this. So as you can see, I'm smoothing it and I'm using the low frequency layer. So the low frequency layer takes care of the color. So if I'm brushing, I'm using the low frequency layer, and if I'm removing blemishes, I'm using the high frequency layer. It has actually separated the texture and the color layer. So that's what frequency separation does. So I'm just going to brush this image just like this. So a quick one, let me show you the before. This is the before and this is the after. So you can see the image is looking smooth already. So I'm just going to continue brushing just like this. I don't want this video to really take time, so that's why I'm brushing. So once you're doing yours, you need to take your time to brush. So you can see how I'm making it smooth and the way I'm using the brush, and the areas I'm using a bigger brush and the area I'm using a smaller brush. So I'm just going to do it just like this. So you can see the image is looking smooth already. And what this Retouch Academy does, it helps to speed up your workflow. So you won't have the time to be creating layers and be doing all of that. You can just start retouching your image with just a click, just the way I did. So I'm just going to smoothen this image just like this. So let me show you the before and after. So this is the before and this is the after. You can see it's looking smooth already, but to continue brushing, I'm going to remove some of the blemishes right here. So I'm just going to zoom it in. So you can see there are blemishes on the skin. So to remove the blemishes, I'll pick on my clone stamp. I love using the opacity at 98 and I'll select the high frequency layer. So to remove the blemishes, just go to the area there is no blemishes and press and hold your Alt key on the keyboard. Then you click on the area there is no blemishes, you let go of the Alt key and then click to replace in the area there is blemishes. So to do that again, I'll come right here, there is no blemishes, I'll press and hold my Alt key, click on it, let's go of the Alt key and then replace it with just a click. So I'm going to continue with the same method just to remove the blemishes. So take note, while removing blemishes on your image, make sure you don't remove everything. Just remove the ones that are too obvious so that your image won't look plastic. So I'm just going to take off the ones that are too obvious on this image just like this. So my aim is not to remove everything, just the ones that are too obvious. And I'll take this down. You can see there is not much blemishes on our face, so just a little one. I'll remove it just like this, so you can see, and I'll take this off as well. So once I'm done, I'm going to zoom out. You can see this one right here. I'm going to remove it as well. So you can see how it's looking. You can see how it's looking right there. I'll come back to the low frequency layer, then pick my mixer brush, and I'm just going to do some finishing touches to it. That's for the face area, and you can see this. You can see how it's looking really nice after I did that. So I'm going to take this part, this area you're seeing here. I'll come back to the high frequency layer, pick on my clone stamp. So you can see how that place is looking. It's not really giving that much. So I'm just going to use the same method I used in removing the blemishes earlier to remove that mark right there, because it's not really giving. So I'm just going to remove it just like this. I'm not going to remove everything, just a bit of it. You can see blemishes here, sorry. That's how it happens. You might want to remove something here, the next thing you discover another blemishes. It's part of the retouching process. So once I'm done right there, I'm going to zoom out, come back to the low frequency layer, pick up my mixer brush, and I'm going to continue brushing the areas I've brushed already, just to make it look really amazing. So you can see how the image is looking already. It's actually very nice at this point, even when I'm not done. And I'll just smoothen this part as well. You can see the areas I'm using a bigger brush, and also the area I'm using a smaller brush. So I'll just brush this neck area to smoothen it a bit, and I'll smoothen this part. So you can see that I did not brush the mouth though. I did not brush the mouth of the model. So while brushing your image, you don't have to brush the mouth, so that you will not end up making your image look plastic. So you can see the mouth is still giving the realistic looks. I've not brushed it. I'm just brushing just the skin area, just like this. So I'll perfect this. I'll also perfect this area. You can see that mark right there. I'm going to remove it. Then I'll select the high frequency layer, click on my clone stamp, then I'm just going to remove it just like that. You can see it's out. I'll select the high frequency layer, then pick the mixer brush again, and I'm still going to continue brushing my image just like this. Then you can see, just trying to make it smooth. So, and you can see the image is really giving right now. It's really smooth and looking realistic. So a quick one, let me show you guys the before and the after. The before and the after. If you notice any error after brushing, or when you think you're done, you can still correct it the same way I'm just correcting mine right now. There's no harm in doing that. You can still correct it just to make your image look really amazing. So let me just correct some, smoothen it to make it look professional as possible, so you guys can see. Alright, so let me show you guys the before. This is the before and this is the after. This is the before and this is the after. I didn't use any other thing, just the Retouch Academy and the mixer brush. So I did not use any other thing on this image. So once I'm done right here, if you have been having difficulties in color grading, I have an amazing package that can help you in color grading your image. So let me just use that package on this image. I'm going to select my color lookup on the adjustment, then click the load 3D load, click on it, and I'll let it load, and I'll locate where I have my LUT So you can see it's actually 4 in it, 4 cubes in it. So I'm going to start by using the first one. Whichever works for me, I'm going to go with it. So you can see the first cube actually worked pretty well for this image. This is the before and this is the after. So you can see the color grading is done, and if the opacity is too much, you can just reduce it just like this. So you can see how the image is looking amazing, but I think on this image I'll use 80%. So for the two things I've done, this is the before and this is the after. So I've actually retouched and also color graded this image. Thank you for watching, and once again let me show you guys the before. This is the before and this is the after. I hope you learned something from this video. Don't forget to like and comment, and also if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe for more helping tutorial videos. But for now, I hope to see you in my next video.